All right, here we go, guys. How you doing? Ricky TV here, and I just felt like coming on and giving my review of Dying Light: The Beast. Um, Short, it's great. I thought it was amazing. Um, I initially was kind of worried going in to the game, or even like when I first saw the trailers, because originally it was supposed to be a DLC. I think a DLC for Dying Light 2. So I was like, okay, they're turning a DLC into a full-on game, and that just didn't sound great to me. I thought it was gonna be like a short game. I think originally it was like a $40 game. I think it was like $39.99 when I checked before. I could be wrong, but I was just kind of worried because DLC turning into a game, that just rubbed me the wrong way. But closer and closer as we got to the release and finally playing the game, I thought it was great. I mean, it was really fun. The combat, probably best in the series. Parkour, probably best or on par with Dying Light 2. And I'll get into Dying Light 1 and 2 here because I have a lot of history with the series. But yeah, great gameplay. Combat is really fun. I like the takedown mechanic, which they added to Dying Light 2 down the road. But you can do like takedowns. The parkour is great. Like I said, maybe on par with second game, maybe a little better. But the vibes are great. It's scary again. Like, especially nighttime. I would say nighttime is actually really scary. The volatiles are faster than you. If they see you, it's game over. Like they're gonna be on you. So it really makes you think twice about going out at night. While in the previous entries, I'll get into those. I keep kind of tying into it, but there was some on and off there. Yeah, the world was good. I will kind of say that sometimes it was kind of a pain to get from point A to point B in the world, because Old Town is like the main part. The Old Town is like, I think it's called Old Town in Dying Light: The Beast, but there's also an Old Town in Dying Light 1, which it definitely is inspired from. But that's like the kind of the main area. And then outside of that is just small towns and a lot of landscape, which is fine. I liked it. It's just you gotta just run through hills or run through grass. And they do have vehicles, and I mean, I guess they're a little quicker, but it's not like it's a huge difference. So getting from one side of the map to the other side is, takes time and can be a little bit of just a pain. But the parkour is really fun, so I didn't have too much of a problem, but it was kind of just like a sigh when you had to do that. The story was good, not great, but it was good. I liked the stuff with the Baron. The stuff with the Baron was really cool. When they got into like the people at Town Hall, I guess that was okay. And I liked what they did with the people in the cave. I forgot what they're called, but like the people who are like half zombie. That was pretty cool. It lost me a little bit, like middle of the game, middle of the road, but the beginning and the end had a lot of the Baron, and I liked that. I think that was the strong part of the story, was the Baron. And getting into the Baron, he's kind of like a really Resident Evil villain. He's kind of cheesy. He kind of just seems like he's evil to be evil. And there's nothing wrong with that. I like it. The series has always been pretty cheesy, and a lot of the dialogue is really cheesy. A lot of the things that Crane says is just goofy, like anime, but it's kind of also badass, if you know what I'm saying. It's funny. I like it. I mean, overall, it's a great plus, but I want to tie this into Dying Light 1 and 2. So Dying Light 1, I had a lot of history with. I was just a kid back then. I'm 22 now. So the game came out in 2014. So 10 years ago, 11 years ago. So I was just a kid, right? And I remember when that game came out, I didn't buy it. I couldn't really buy it. But there was a demo. I played on the Xbox. There's a demo you could play for 45 minutes straight, and you could just run around the world and just do whatever you want. I did that with my friend, my childhood best friend, I just played that on repeat. 45 minutes, run around, kill zombies, do parkour, and then repeat over and over and over and over again until I finally got the game. And I will say Dying Light 1 is one of my childhood games. I just look back on it, I'm just like, man, looking back, it's just the perfect game. Of course, it's probably a little aged by now, and I'm gonna revisit it, and I have revisited it a few times, but with this like fresh perspective of the series and other games I've played, I think it's time to revisit it. But I love Dying Light 1. It was so good. And Dying Light 2, I was very excited for when it came out in 2022, I believe, because that was 8 years after the first game. And I knew how much I loved the first game. And I did like Dying Light 2 a lot. I did like it. It did launch in a pretty rough spot, I will say. And down the road, they added a lot of stuff. And I played the game through twice. Once when it came out, I did like it a lot. I didn't like the story. I liked the combat, not as good as the first game, but I thought the parkour was really good. The parkour was very flowy. It flowed well. I liked the city. The city in Dying Light 2 was more of a sandbox, and it wasn't as gritty as the first game or even Dying Light the Beast. It wasn't as gritty. It was a bit more like the town was built for parkour. It wasn't like a town with parkour elements. It was like, or I mean, I guess you could say a city. It was a city with like elements in it that was like, okay, well, this is just placed here to get from point A to point B faster. While in Dying Light 1 and Dying Light the Beast, it's a lot more put together in a way that's like, it feels natural. I don't know if that makes a lot of sense, but I liked the city in Dying Light 2, but it felt kind of sandboxy and it felt kind of unrealistic. And that's kind of the whole thing of Dying Light 2, is it felt a lot more sandboxy and not really scary or horror elements, where the first game was a lot more dark. So there is elements of Dying Light 2 I liked, and there is a lot of Dying Light 1 I liked. So going into Dying Light the Beast, I was excited, of course, because this is up there with one of my favorite franchises, just because I grew up with it. But I am glad to say that Dying Light the Beast, I think, is the best one. I think it's the best one. I'm gonna replay the first one to see what I think. I think it's for sure better than the second game. It's at least on par with the first one. But looking back, I think it's the best one. The combat is so fun. Parkour is great. I 100% the game just yesterday. And the collectibles kind of took me forever, but that's just every game you're gonna 100%. But yeah, that's about it. I'm probably gonna do more reviews and talk about other games that I really like, and or just games I played recently. I am gonna play Battlefield 6 when it comes out. Very pumped for that. And I can review it, I can talk about it. Any other games, if you guys want to leave a comment, I could review them. I was thinking of other games that I really like, such as God of War or Elden Ring. I know they're kind of, years past now, but those are some of my favorite games of all time. And I've just played a lot of good games recently. Like I played Metal Gear Solid 3 Remake. I never played the original. I think I was a little too young when that came out. I'm 22 right now, but I loved it. The Metal Gear Solid 3 Remake was really good. I could totally review that. I might review other games I've been playing as well, but that's about it. Editor Ricky here. There's something I forgot to say, is that I really liked the music. I'll be playing the music throughout this whole video, so you'll be listening to some of it, but I really liked the music. It went really hard. The violin and the guitar and the do 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 do, that goes hard, man. So I just also wanted to say I like the music. That's it. Wrapping this one up. Thank you guys for watching.